Good evening, everyone. Welcome back into the Core 4 podcast. I'm your host, Reed. I'm joined by Thomas, Owen, and Seth. And we're going to talk about the NHL playoffs, all the games that have transpired so far, all the big news of each series. I guess before we get into any series, guys, just give me your thoughts on how the playoffs have gone so far and how we've had some exciting games.
Lots of overtime games. It's been nice. Good watches. Some deep overtime games. So that's been interesting. These guys are going to be bagged. Respect to these players. After a full gauntlet 82 game season, they go into this and all they do is elevate. So it's awesome to watch.
Owen?
Yeah, I've been enjoying so far. Been some pretty entertaining games, like Seth said, lots of overtime games. Even if they aren't overtime, a lot of one goal, two goal games, and physical. Each series is ramping up as we go here, and it's just getting more entertaining.
Can't say I'm not a fan of these East Coast. It's always the 10 o'clock games that go to overtime, and then the games are pushing to like 2 in the morning. But
Yeah, it's late nights, very late night.
can't complain. Can't complain. It's playoff hockey. Tommy?
They've been all right. I mean, I feel like a lot of good series. There's a couple that have been a little bit duddy, but
Yeah,
other than that, they've been pretty good. A lot of overtime, like Seth said. So fun times.
absolutely. Okay, well, let's get into the first series. We'll start in the Eastern Conference. Buffalo, Boston, electric atmosphere. They were Buffalo fans have been starved of playoff hockey for years and years. They break the drought. They win the Atlantic. They get into the playoffs, and they're playing a rival, the Bruins. It's been good so far. Physical, like Owen said. Didn't have on my bingo card Buffalo kind of getting off to a slow start offensively for a team that is so high flying.
Yeah.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen hasn't been what we thought. Um, he had a really good regular season. So did all of Buffalo, but he had a really strong regular season and hasn't had, the greatest of starts to his playoff resume. But it's been a good series, wildly entertaining. Buffalo has the crazy comeback in game one, and then they can't get it done in game two. So Boston goes to Buffalo, gets the split. It's what they wanted to do, and they're back in the Garden tonight, which should be an entertaining game. But any kind of players that have stuck out to you guys over the first two games, or just any kind of thoughts?
Well, Tage Thompson got that
Yeah,
building electric the first game.
yeah.
He was that spark that kind of just allowed the team to rally behind him. But yeah, he was that those two goals were just unreal.
Yeah.
Hasn't been anyone in particular for me. I
Hmm.
think Swayman's been playing well enough for to keep Boston in this series.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow. Sorry.
if he keeps playing like this, I think like they got a shot at taking this seven or like potentially even winning it.
Yeah.
Wow. He's played to a 931 and a 2.54 goals against. So you're getting 900. That's a good sign. 931 is a different beast. He's been, I think it's hard to not say Pasternak, but I mean, when you're playing to a 931, that's fantastic. Pasternak has 5 points in two games. So
Yeah.
those are two guys that kind of stood out. I mean, that's not to anyone's surprise. I've liked Charlie McAvoy as well, but their big dogs have stepped up. Tage Thompson and Tuck have combined for 6 points in two games. But I just Buffalo's through the first two periods of each game just aren't getting anything offensively, and they're playing catch up, which is similar to what the Oilers are doing. They're having to come back into games, and we'll get into that later. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's not really what I thought it would be. I thought it'd be a lot more high scoring, and like it was high scoring in the first game, but it was all coming from the third period. Like I thought this would be more of a shootout,
And yeah.
but I don't know. Turning to Boston, I think we're going to get another split in Boston, where it's going to go down to a best of three.
I agree.
Yeah, the Buffalo's kind of been not what we expected. Maybe that's to do with not a lot of playoff experience, or Boston's got a little
Hmm.
more of that in their roster. But maybe we see like get out of Buffalo, get out of the craziness, and maybe they can get back into their game.
Yeah, they can settle in. All right. Any other thoughts before we move on to the next series, boys?
The guy I thought that's been playing well has been Geeky. I mean, he has 4 points in two
Yeah.
games, so can't complain
Mhm.
about him. He's been doing his job. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been good. All right. To the, I would say probably the best series, arguably so far. I don't know.
I
Debates. There's
agree.
a couple other series that rival, but Tampa, Montreal filled with tons of penalty minutes. huge physicality, and what I think could be, to me, this is almost the Eastern Conference Final in the first round.
Yeah.
I'm picking whoever wins this series to win next round against Buffalo or Boston, and I would still probably take them against, most likely it'll be Carolina coming out of that side. But this series has been wildly entertaining. Montreal steals game one from a Uri Slavkovsky hat trick. He played phenomenal. That whole top line was good with Suzuki and Caulfield. And want to see Montreal win game two, but you just knew John Cooper would have Tampa Bay ready.
Yeah.
And it just that felt like a game that I don't want to say Montreal had no chance. It went to overtime and Moser had to score, but you just kind of had the feeling that Tampa would come out of that with a win, and you'd have a split going back to the Bell Center, which Montreal fans should take. Tampa's a really good team. A lot of people have them winning the Cup and going to the Stanley Cup final, but that would have been so big for Montreal to go up 2-0, hey?
Yeah, going back to Bell, that would be electric. Both overtime games, yeah, this great series. This is playoff hockey. Like this
Yeah,
series is the embodiment of it, and it's a great watch.
It's been my favorite
absolutely.
series to watch so far.
Mhm. I agree.
Oh, without a doubt. Tommy, any thoughts?
I mean, I feel like Montreal's been playing as well as they can. Their points have been pretty spread out throughout the whole thing. A lot of guys scoring, so you can't complain with them stealing one in Tampa.
Absolutely. Brandon Hagel, definition of a playoff player. I mean,
Holy
he's been
man.
all over it, dropping Suzuki or dropping Slavkovsky in a fight. He has 4 points through 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he steps it up he steps it up in the playoffs, and he's been fantastic. What are your guys' predictions? I'll start with Seth first. This is now a best of 5.
Yeah.
What do you lean? Like, I guess, like, who did you have at the start, and then what do you have now? So what did you
Well,
have before the series?
in my bracket, I have
Mm.
Lightning winning in 7.
In
Um,
7, yeah.
I think Tampa's gonna go on to Montreal. I think they're gonna split. That's all you can ask
Hmm.
for on a road trip. And then yeah, down to a best of 3 and seriously can go either way. These teams are super even. They're both
Yeah,
buzzing around. Like, I don't know. It's a great series and I think it truly can go any way. I couldn't tell you who my prediction is. I For bracket's sake, I want Tampa to win, but it would be awesome to see the Habs roll on.
yeah.
I think either of these teams, yeah, is going to the Eastern Conference Finals and probably making a trip to the Cup. So,
That's fair. Oh, what was your prediction before the series? And then give me what you, if you want to change it now after what you've seen through 2 games down in Tampa.
Originally, I had Tampa winning in 7. I
Yeah.
didn't know quite who to take in this one, but I went with Tampa, a little more playoff experience. I got Vasilevsky in net, who's been debatably the top goalie in the league for the past couple of years. So it's hard to beat a team with a goalie like that.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kucherov, after the season he's had, like they have that offensive power that can win them that series. But so does Montreal, and we've seen that so far. So it's hard. I can
Yeah.
definitely see this series going 7. It's hard to say who's going to win, but I'll stick with my prediction as with Tampa in 7.
Nah, no, that's fair. All right, Tommy, you got your pick before the series here, and then give me what you think could be now.
I had Tampa in 6 in the beginning, but honestly, now I'm all in on Montreal. They're playing great team hockey. Um,
Yeah.
they're just playing good hockey all around. I mean, their stars are doing what they're doing. So I got Montreal in 7.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I had in my bracket Tampa in 6. I Now I would go back and change it. I don't think I would change the team. My heart wants Montreal, Canadian team. Suzuki, Lane Hudson's fantastic. He's turning into one of the. I'd probably have him in my top 5 defensemen in the world. He's fantastic. The way he can walk the line,
Just
he's
skating.
fast. Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want Montreal to win. I really do. Just hard to pick against Nikita Kucherov in the year he's had. It's hard to pick against John Cooper, the best coach in the NHL. Vasilevsky, like I said, hasn't been up to his standards. Not even close. He's at an 870. It's just not who he is. But Hagel, Gensel, you go down the line. They're still without Victor Hedman. Hard to pick against Tampa. So yeah, I'll go Tampa in 7. I had him in 6 originally, but if I could, I would change it to 7 just because I think this series deserves to go 7. The hockey gods, I think, are going to give it to us, and it's going to be It's going to be electric in the Bell Center over the next two games here, and I'm guessing a split. I think Tampa actually punches them in the face here and goes up 2-1. Montreal responds, and we're down to a best of three. So
Yeah.
that's been, and I think we all agree that's been our favorite series so far. It's been, yeah, and I don't expect much of that to change.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to Carolina, Ottawa. I'll give my thoughts on it quick. This series could be 2-0 Ottawa. It could be 1-1, and it is 2-0 Carolina. Games that are complete coin tosses, and I know we're going to touch on it here. We were at game two, probably one of the games of the playoffs up to this date. Martinook is on a breakaway. They take a penalty. On the delayed penalty, they score, but the play was offside. But on the breakaway, there's an infraction, so he has a penalty shot. He misses the penalty shot. It goes to double overtime. We're like 5.5 to 6 minutes away from a triple overtime. Just an electric game. Felt like Timmy Stutzel. I know we were all saying it could have had like 5 points, could have had a hat trick. He was all over the ice. So I hadn't seen him in person before, so getting to watch him was really impressive. He's a wicked player. But
For sure.
I guess start with Seth again here. Give me your thoughts on the series, but in what it feels like could be 2-0 Ottawa split, but it is 2-0 Carolina, which puts Ottawa in a tough spot. They're gonna have to win 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I don't know. Watching that game, I think Ottawa, they just had so many chances.
Yeah.
18's got to score the puck, like straight up.
Um,
His
I
team
think
needs him.
Yeah.
I think
he's been good though. Like it's not like this is for a lack of,
for sure. He's
you know what I mean?
everywhere.
Yeah.
He
Like
just had-
statistically not up there, but he's been good. Like it's just got to see one go in.
Yeah, he was everywhere. That game was awesome. He was
Yeah.
giving like running guys through the boards. He was setting things
Mhm.
up. He's getting his own grade A chances. He's just so unlucky. Like they'll drop for him, but that
Yeah.
probably was the difference, in my opinion. It was those guys were gassed at the end. You could see
Oh,
it.
you can see it. Yeah,
They
slow
were
motion.
yeah. It was a great watch. It was great crowd.
Mhm.
Never really been to. I guess we've been at Hurricanes games before, but
Well,
playoff
yeah.
Hurricanes game, never done that. That was cool.
Mhm.
It was a good time, and yeah, that first crowd pop when it was Aho, was it Aho that had
Uh,
the one
I
that was
thought he
not
had the
called
second
back?
one.
He had the
Oh
second.
yeah, I would the second one.
Okay, whoever had that first one, that crowd pop it was electric. Everybody
it was
just
phenomenal.
boom.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
Yeah. I had a great time at game two. It's the best game I've seen in person before. Got everything
mhm.
we asked for out of the game, like close game, double overtime, physical, lots of scoring chances, like you guys were talking about. Sissel put one off the post in overtime.
Yeah.
He was all over it. Definitely, like Ottawa could have won both of these games.
yeah,
I
Carolina's
know.
both teams playing great defensively, but also both teams getting a lot of offensive opportunities. And yeah, I had Carolina winning this in 6. I still can see Ottawa winning a game or two in this, but Carolina's just been looking so good. I think they have more depth, and they're gonna take this one. I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, before I go to Tommy here, Seth, what was your prediction before the series? Sorry, and then would you change it now? What was your prediction on this one?
I had Hurricanes in 6,
Okay.
and I honestly think I'm going to leave it at that.
Mhm.
I think that was good pick by me. And sorry, that goal was Jankowski that was waved off.
Yeah, and then Stankoven had the opener in that one.
Yeah.
He's been really good. Hey, holy
Yes,
moly, he's
that's a
good.
guy.
He's a water bug. He's everywhere.
Yeah, that second line for Carolina, him, Blake, and Hall have been all over it this series. Part of almost every goal they've scored.
Yeah, they couldn't
It's
stop
cool.
that line.
Yeah, it's cool to see Taylor Hall. He's totally found a home in Carolina, and he kind of bounced around from in multiple different places after getting sent out of Edmonton.
Yeah.
He won the Hart in New Jersey, but still, good for him to find a home. Tommy, prediction before the series was what for this one?
I had Canes in 6.
Yep.
I'm leaning Canes in 5 now. I think the Canes win tonight in Ottawa. I think Ottawa takes one and then they go back and then they win it. in the Canes
Yeah.
Arena. I mean, watching game 2, Brady seemed really sluggish. I mean, he was missing a lot of pucks, whiffing, just not playing like himself. So if he continues to play like that, I don't think Ottawa has any shot.
He would be the first to tell you. And he had juice in warm up. Like we were down there for warm up.
Oh,
He
yeah.
looked like and he struggled. I think he's pointless.
Mm-hmm.
It feels different though. Him and Stutzel feel like they're on a different path right now. Like Stutzel doesn't have a ton of points, if any,
But he's everywhere.
but he's everywhere. He hit a post in overtime on like a kind of a partial break right in front of us. Yeah, he's so damn impressive to watch.
Yeah.
I had Carolina in 6 in my bracket. I would definitely like to change it to Carolina 5. Before Ottawa scored, like through those first 4 periods, they were getting suffocated. Carolina was everywhere, sticks on everything. It's not to be surprised. Rob Brind'Amour is one of the best coaches in the league. Freddie Anderson's playing at Conn Smythe level right now. Yeah, he's playing unbelievable. He's at a 0.78 goals against with a 967
Those
save
goalies.
percentage. Yeah. Both of them are unbelievable. Yeah, we gotta.
Unreal.
Yeah, we'd be wrong to move on without giving our praise to Linus Ullmark. He's been fantastic. Both goalies gave their teams a chance to win. That's the thing. Like I would change it to Carolina 5. I had Carolina in 6, and it sucks because you just don't know how many more games you're gonna get that Linus Ullmark. And I'm not saying he's gonna play worse, but it's like how much he can't play much better than that. Yeah, he's been the second best goalie in the playoffs so far, and too bad they're playing the first.
Yeah.
So, they gotta win one day in Ottawa. That's gonna be a big game for them. You can't fall down 3-0 or else that's the Anaconda chokehold, and that'll be over.
Yeah.
And the thing is Carolina is like we all kind of agree the winner of Montreal and Tampa probably goes to the Cup. It just that's just the way we feel, but it's been the same thing for years. No one gives Carolina their flowers, and it might be their time without Florida. They lost 2 years in a row in the Eastern Conference Finals to Florida. So the series has been entertaining. Has had the best game of the playoffs, most likely.
I agree.
So far, and I'm hoping Ottawa can get a win tonight, just so we kind of have a competitive series. I don't love seeing 3-0, but I don't know. Wouldn't be too surprising to see Carolina win again tonight. And then moving on here to Pittsburgh Philly, which is a series at 3-0, which is one of the more surprising ones. I don't think I'm not going to spoil it, but I don't think many of us had Pittsburgh or Philadelphia. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, they're good. I don't know how much of this is one of those kind of just fantasy runs. Like I can't see them winning the Cup. I can't even see them getting past the next round, but it sets up really well for their future. Porter Martonis came in and has been over a point per game player. Yeah, totally changed the vibes in Philly around.
Yeah.
That deep pairing of Ristolainen and Sanheim have completely swallowed up Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
I think Sidney he got on the board on the power play on I think he dished. I forget who he dished it to, but they just don't have anything going. Skinner hasn't been the best. Malkin scored last game, but they're getting dominated everywhere, and Phillies capitalize on the road going up 2-0, and then they go home, win, which was just a circus of a crowd. That was unbelievable. But yeah, it's been impressive to see what Philly's doing, and it might be one of those fantasy kind of runs that they kind of go to the Eastern Conference Finals or something, but I just can't see. I think Carolina will make quick work of whoever comes out of the series, most likely. But I had to say it, but I had Penguins in 6. Obviously, if I could change that, I'd take Philly in 5. But I did have the Penguins winning this one in 6 games. But I'm not bearing a miracle. This is going to be over pretty quick, and the Flyers are going to advance to the next round. All right, Seth, what was yours?
Yeah, I had Penguins in 6. I don't know. The games haven't particularly been too close. The first game was an exception, but getting shut out in game 2 and then kind of just got drummed in the last game. So
yeah, it doesn't feel real. Like we waited this long to see Sidney Crosby back in the playoffs, and obviously he's been hurt a lot this year. So I'm not totally saying he's himself, but he's having Crosby back and then having him out in round 1. It sucks, but it's a cool story for Philly. New teams moving on.
For sure.
So it's good for them.
Nothing against Philly. Their playing
No.
great hockey. And
And they got a really bright future,
yeah,
but they do got to sort out this Matvei Michkov thing because him and Taka just don't feel like they're on the same page, and that's the guy they took really high in the draft.
yeah, high
But
expectations for him.
yeah, oh
I also had Pittsburgh in 6. Originally, I went with this. Only Crosby, a little more veteran group there. Him, Milk,
yeah,
and Letang, like been in those playoff situations before and thought they could lead that team past a young Flyers team. So I had them in 6 because of that. But it's Flyers have came out like a different team.
hmm
Penguins
hmm
aren't the same team that they're playing like in the regular season so far. So it's been a little bit of a letdown. I was hoping to see the Penguins, Crosby make a
hmm
little run here because don't know how many more playoffs he's going to be in
no,
that group. But yeah, Phillies look awesome so far. They're like you said, Martone's playing unreal since coming in. He's going to be a great player when he's playing the whole regular season with them next year.
oh for sure, yeah,
So I can see them winning, whether they're sweeping the next game or take it in 5.
yeah. No, I agree. I just refuse to believe Crosby gets swept, so I think this series will go back to Pittsburgh, but.
I agree. You
And
hope.
there's no reason for me to even think this. Like Philly has completely dummied them. But I actually think this series might go. I'm changing mine from 5. I think this still might go 6. Like I think there might still be a game 6, and there's no reason to believe that because Philly has completely stifled everyone on the Penguins. Um, I just refuse to believe Crosby get this happens. This, you know what I mean? And it's not
Vladar
all on
also
it.
been playing great for them. That
Wow,
is
yeah,
really
he's been one of the better goalies in the playoffs. He's rocking a 946 save percentage and a 1.33 goals against.
Yeah,
So,
holy man.
he, yeah, so he's been unbelievable. Tommy,
I had Penguins in 7 at the beginning, but I have to disagree with you here. I think the Flyers take it in 4. I mean, the Penguins can't seem to do anything right. They're playing exactly how Philly wants to play. I mean, Biz said it the other night on TV. The Flyers play scumbag hockey, and the Penguins are just playing into it. They're getting in the penalty box, giving the
yeah,
Flyers power plays, and it's just all working in Philly's favor. So I have Phillies in 4. Or sorry, not Phillies,
yeah,
Flyers. So
yeah,
Yeah.
that plays totally into the Philly crowd though. Like that got the crowd going. That parade in the penalty box, and Zegras scores, and he goes right up to his boys in the penalty box, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a cool story to see Zegras. He was really good when he first came in the league with Anaheim, and then he kind of had a bit of a decline, and now he's totally resurrected it, and probably going to get a big payday in Philly. All
I
right, let's
agree.
swing on over to the West here. We'll go Colorado, LA. Not a big surprise here. Colorado's up 2-0.
I
Scott Wedgwood has been good, and yeah, Wedgwood's been good. McKinnon hasn't totally got going, so like that's I guess a bit of a surprise. Um, but the depth, right?
yeah,
They're the best team in the playoffs. I don't think anyone will debate
disagrees.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been unbelievable. Like they don't have anyone within the top 10 in points. I'm not seeing anyone here. It's just they're a different beast, man. They got a good coach, good goalie, good back end, and they got 9 forwards that they can roll. And the additions of Nazem Kadri has totally helped. Nick Waugh buries the game winner in overtime. I have been impressed with LA. Like Panarin's been really good. Um, yeah, this series is one of my ones lower on the like
We knew
lower on the list that I yeah, like Colorado is. I picked them in 4. I'm gonna stick to the 4. I wouldn't be surprised if LA did just kind of steal one, but the series is over in a max 5. Colorado's kind of just of a different beast, and I think if you're Jared Bednar, you want to get this series over as quick as possible because Dallas and Minnesota, which will tee up in the next one, is probably going 7 at minimum 6.
Yeah.
Um, so if you can get out of that, heal some guys up. I mean, I don't think they have anyone seriously injured right now from what I've seen, but everyone's dealing with bumps and bruises in the playoffs. So you got to try and get out of the series as quick as possible. So I'll tip my cap a bit to LA, but
Yeah.
yeah, Colorado's up to their same old tricks, and Gabe Landeskog looks like he's fully healthy and he's tearing it up. Scored a big goal in game 2. So
Yeah, good for him.
yeah, there's not a ton to kind of break down the series, but
No.
yeah, go back to you, Seth. What was your prediction?
I had Avs in 4. I'm sticking with
Yeah.
it. They're just too good, in my opinion. They're just
Yeah.
like the scores
Yeah.
aren't like reflective of like LA's doing a good
No.
enough job, but
Yeah.
the Avs, they're just going to find a way and they're going to close it out quick. So,
Well, yeah, and yeah. Before I go to you here, their third line is Gabe Landeskog, Nazem Kadri, and Nick Waugh.
that's just unreal.
That's a problem. That is
Yeah.
a problem for any team in the league that's going to see them. All
Yeah.
right, oh.
Yeah, I had Colorado in 4 as well.
Yeah.
Could see LA pull one out at home, but like you guys said, I see Colorado closing it out pretty quick against them. Hasn't been a super entertaining series compared to the other ones. Big, like a lot of defensive hockey going on between the teams, not a lot of scoring,
Yeah.
which some people would argue that is better. But
Mhm.
yeah, it just hasn't been too much going on in that series.
No, like it's good hockey. Like it is good hockey. It's the playoffs. That's not what I'm saying. But it hasn't had the McKinnon and Makar flash to it, right? Like LA's done a good job kind of stifling them, but Colorado's just so deep that if you stifle them, like they might run into problems, Colorado, if they play like this against a Minnesota or a Dallas, but
Yeah.
they're gonna get away with it against LA. And
Yeah.
that's not a shot at LA. It's just they're not on the same playing field as Colorado.
For sure.
Tommy, I'm guessing you had this one the same as us here, but if not, chime in here.
Well, I actually had Avs in 5, but
Sure.
I'm
Same
gonna stick
thing.
with it. I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hope LA takes one, but it'll be tough for them. They'll have to get lucky. But I mean, they almost took
Yeah.
one the other night. So
They did. Yeah, and that's the thing is the games have been close.
Yeah.
But that's the scary part about Colorado is if you want to run and gun with them, play Edmonton Oilers style of hockey, they'll keep up with you. They got 3 lines that can do that.
Yeah.
You want to play a shutdown game against LA or a Minnesota or Dallas the next round, they'll play that style of game. They're good. Their special teams, their penalty kill is good. Power play actually hasn't been as good, but I'm not expecting. I mean, it's been like that most of the year, but at the end of the day, it's still Natchez and McKinnon, Makar, guys like that. So, yeah, yeah, those are our picks for that one. There's just not a ton to dive into. Hopefully, LA, like I guess, could steal one, but this seems all but destiny for Colorado to move on to the next round here.
Yeah.
One of the other better series that's just behind, I have just behind Tampa, Montreal, Dallas, Minnesota. Dallas is up 2-1. Minnesota 1-1. They completely, that was a drumming. 6-1, right, Tommy? First game?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
6-1. Eriksson, Kaprizov, Boldy, the usual suspects completely have been tearing up this series. They've been good. Dallas responds with two wins in a row here. I'm expecting Minnesota to punch back and make this a best of 3. This series, it sucks that this playoff format's going to have one of these teams out in round 1. It does, but I had in the series Minnesota in 7 in my main bracket. Dallas is really good, and that's not a shot at Dallas. It's just been the same. I just don't see Minnesota losing to Dallas. It's been years of this. Do you know what I mean? Of Dallas kind of big brothering them, and it's always been close. It's always been 6 or 7 games. So I did have Minnesota. I'm not going to go away from that. I still think Minnesota will win in 7, but Dallas looks really good. They're without Rupe Hintz, and once they get him back, I don't think he's back for game 4. Maybe a game 5 when they go back to Dallas. But yeah, they're still without Rupe. Rantanen's been good. Wyatt Johnson continues to score big goals and power play goals. He's unbelievable. Yeah, he's been good. Ottinger hasn't totally been great at all. He played pretty good yesterday, but yeah, the series has been interesting. But I'll stick with my gut here, Minnesota in 7. But it wouldn't surprise me, I guess, if Dallas won this game. But what do you got, Seth?
I had Stars in 7.
Yeah.
I think we all knew this was gonna be a great series.
Yeah.
It is. It's super high scoring, super fun to watch. And these two teams don't like each other. It's very obvious.
No,
They're running and they're gunning, they're throwing bod. Like it's great. It's great to watch. But I think I'm gonna stick with Dallas in 7. I like that. I think Dallas is gonna close it out at home, and it's just good hockey. That's all you can ask for.
yeah. Oh,
I have Dallas in 6. It's my original pick. I think I'm gonna stick to it. It's been a great series, lived up to the hype so far that everyone was excited for between these two teams. After the first game, Minnesota played so well, shut down
yeah.
Dallas in every way. I was thinking like Minnesota might end up winning this. could definitely win the series. Dallas bounced back with two. So I think they found their groove. Might be able to close this one out in six. Also, wouldn't be surprised it going seven and could go either way. I'm
Yeah,
going to stick to my predictions with Dallas in six.
fair enough. Tommy?
I got Minnesota in seven from the beginning. I'm going to stick with that. I mean, it's a fast-paced hockey. I mean, Boldy might have the assist of the playoffs last night. Skated through
That was
five guys
beautiful. Yeah.
in the middle, open net. So, I mean, as long
Yeah.
as the stars keep playing well, Krill's playing well, Boldy's playing well, um, they just got to keep it going. Brink's been playing well, so we just got to see him keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll list here are the guys within the top 15 in scoring in the playoffs. So Joel Eriksson Ek is tied for first. He's got 5 points in 3 games. Jason Robertson has 5 points in 3 games. Wyatt Johnson has 5 points in 3 games. Duchesne has 5 points in 3 games. Boley has 4 points in 3 games. Carell's at 4 points in 3 games. Quinn Hughes, the addition of at the deadline, 4 points in 3 games. So Minnesota's getting production from their top end guys. I've liked Wallstead. I thought he's been good, especially in the first game. Obviously, a 6-1 win. So there's not a lot to analyze there. I think Minnesota just completely stifled him. And he was good. That was anyone's game in double overtime. A lot of penalties. I didn't like the way that game was kind of ref. I kind of want to see, you kind of want to see those two teams play it out in overtime, just 5-on-5. Obviously, you have to call the ones you have to call, but there were a couple calls I was like, man, like you just don't really want to see that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that game, it could be 2-1 Minnesota just as easy as it is 2-1 Dallas, right?
For
But
sure.
yeah, like if I'm looking at those stats and you see all those guys up there, like I expect this series to go seven. Complete coin flip. And to be honest, like in my bracket, I do have Colorado advancing. I have a weird feeling, President's Trophy curse, this and that too. But I do think the winner of this series might catch Colorado a little. They're just going to be battle tested, and
Yeah.
Colorado's going to get through it. You know what I mean? They're going to get through LA, and I don't know. Like especially if it's more Minnesota, I kind of think Colorado would beat Dallas, but there's something about Minnesota and their back end, like Faber and Hughes would
Oh,
give
yeah.
make it. Do you know what I mean? Like that. There's no better D pairing in hockey than Faber and Hughes. Faber's looked unbelievable. Um, he's not reckoning a ton of points. He's had a really good productive playoffs, but um, yeah, I thought he's looked fantastic, and I really hope this series goes seven. I really do because it's deserving of it. Two
For
really good
sure.
teams, good coaches, good forwards, good D, good goalies. So
Yeah.
probably the best series in the West. But this one that we're about to tee up could be a close second. Vegas, Utah. I had Vegas in six in my bracket. This is another one that I think is going to go seven. I'm going to stick to it though. Vegas in six. I think they're just more experienced. They made some trades at the deadline that are going to help them out.
Yeah.
It's tough, but Utah's high flying, right? And in that back end, for the one thing I've noticed through 2 games is the back end of Vegas is a bit slower foot speed. Like Gunther completely burned by Shea Theodore on
Oh,
one. And the way that Utah plays is, I think it's going to give them problems, right? Like they are a fast paced team. They can score. They got the youthful energy, and they're kind of just getting the taste of playoff hockey here. And that arena is going to be buzzing. First ever home game, in Utah at the playoffs. So I had Vegas in six. I'll stick to it. I don't love the pick. But yeah, a couple players per team that have impressed me. Yeah, like I said, Gunther is unbelievable. That shot was so good. Sergachev's been good. He's so physical, so he's a
yeah.
playoff player. And then Mark Stone, boring, but this guy just does it every time. When you need a big goal, he's there.
He's
He's been
there. For
awesome.
sure.
So yeah, yeah. And I've liked, Velmelka shut it down in that last one. He played really well. So yeah, I'll throw it over to you, Seth. What was your prediction? How are you feeling about it?
I had the Knights in seven. I really,
Hmm.
really hummed and hawed about putting
Yeah,
Utah in seven. I think they're kind of like my underdog pick throughout the whole playoff bracket. Um, I don't know. It's a pretty even series. I think I'm gonna stick with the Knights. Just they've been there. They know what's going
yeah.
on. I think the Mammoths playoff high is going to run out, and I don't think they have the veteran experience and presence
No,
to keep going.
it's totally fair, but yeah, you got to roll with Vegas. But Utah's just the way they play is going to continue to give them problems, and I think we,
For
we all
sure.
were saying that when we were watching it. Like they play a really
Big bars.
fast style of game, and in
Yeah.
game one, Vegas kind of tried drawing them into the physicality, and you saw Logan Cooley really getting into it.
Yeah.
And that's good. You want to see Cooley doing that, but his game is more of a skill, find the puck. So
Yeah, skill guy. Yeah.
if they can stay out of that a little bit, obviously you're going to get into it. It's the playoffs. That's how it should be. But if they can just stick to the simple game, yeah, I could see Utah winning the series. So, Owen,
I also have Vegas in 6. I do want to see Utah win. It's just tough to see them holding on against this Vegas team through a whole series.
Yeah.
I think they can compete. You talked about Cooley there. That's who I've been really impressed with through the first two games so far. He's had a big goal in both games. And yeah, I am probably going to stick with my pick in Vegas in 6. I hope Utah can hold on and maybe pull off an upset. I'd like to see them off in the next round, whether that's against the Oilers or the Ducks.
Oilers.
what Oilers? Yeah, okay. Keep going.
That's all I got from this one. It has been one of my favorite series, though. It definitely competes with Dallas and Minnesota for the top series so far in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Ivan Barbashev is a nail gun.
Yes,
Dude, he
him as
throws
well.
the body, and
Yeah.
he's so good. But
Also,
Tommy?
Turtle, this guy just can't score. Like, what is it? No goals in 21 games or something, man? I'm not
Yeah.
an NHL player. I'm not chirping, but his team needs him to figure it out.
Oh, 100%. He plays a key role on them. They have him on the third line. I'm looking at it with Riley Smith and Keegan Colasar. Similar to Cutter Gauthier, they had him on the third line. First game wasn't too noticeable in Edmonton. Quinville bumped him up to the top line. What does Cutter respond with 2 goals? I'm curious. I know like he's playing the center of the third line. Is if there's a way they can kind of get him onto that second line, maybe with Mitch Marner, and you know what I mean, and just try and get him going. I mean,
something's got
to win the series, they're going to need Tomas Hertl to be Tomas Hertl.
Yeah.
He's a really talented player, and they acquired him it was last year for that reason. So, Tommy, what do you got?
I originally had Utah in 7. I think I'm going to switch to Vegas in 7. I just think they have too much firepower to lose to Utah. But I mean, like Owen's been saying, it's one of my favorite series. But we'll see how it finishes. But definitely Vegas in 7.
Yeah, and let me pull up the stats here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Karel Velmelk has played to a 902. He's been fine. Carter Hart. Yeah. Carter Hart's been, he's been good. He's got a 935. So Vegas continues to get good goaltending like that, which I don't really suspect he plays to a 935, especially now that we're in Utah for 2 games. I do expect, Utah to pour on some goals here. So, it's been a fantastic series.
Yeah.
Last one, right up there for one that's got the entertainment value.
Always.
Yeah, Edmonton, Anaheim. Series is 1-1, and there's so many different storylines we can talk about. McDavid pointless. He says his ankle's fine. How much do you believe it? Draisaitl's been good, 4 points in his 2 games since returning.
Thank you.
Dickinson had 2 goals for game 1. He was unavailable, which is something he's gonna have to deal with, right, for the whole entire playoffs. It's that time of the year. But Kapanen's been good. Savoy had a beautiful play. Szymanski scored, but the Oilers aren't going to win if McDavid's going to stay pointless, right? And no one expects that happen for too much longer. It's kind of inevitable with him, but he's had his fair share of chances. I will say, as an Oilers fan, they are lucky for the series not to be 2-0 Anaheim. Radko Gudas doesn't blow his tire. Anaheim probably wins that first game, and they came into Edmonton and are up 2-0. So Oilers are fortunate to have a split. They've dealt with adversity through multiple years in the playoffs, going down 2-0 to LA last year, 3-0 2024 against Florida in the Cup final. So I think they're battle tested. I had Edmonton in 5. I'm going to stick to it. You know what? Yeah, I'm sticking to it. I was going to say I wanted it in 6, which is probably what most people are going to want now, but I'll stick to it. I'll ride him out in 5, but it's been a really good series. I've been impressed with Cutter Gauthier. Leo Carlson had 10 shots first game?
10 shots first game.
Yeah, 10 shots. I thought Lucas Dostal. Lucas Dostal wasn't too bad. But yeah, Woodcroft and Quinville have stifled McDavid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing well on him, but that's a similar situation in Vegas, in my opinion. Their foot speed's just a bit slower on the back end. So Edmonton's capitalized on it a few times. I just kind of hope they continue to. And Edmonton's been a good road playoff team. Weirdly enough, better road playoff team than they have been at home.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't shock me if they're kind of wanting to get out Edmonton here, just focus on themselves on the road here, find their game. And I'm kind of suspecting they throw Nuge back up on the top line, which he hasn't been great either. But I think Nuge will go up because that Szymanski Rosberg Savoy line was good, and when Szymanski scored, obviously on that game tying goal, and then Cutter would score a couple minutes later. But anyways, I got Edmonton in 5. I'll stick to it. But Edmonton does have to play smart because this isn't a team like LA kind of was last year. You kind of knew Edmonton would win, even though they went down 2-0 before the series, right? Yeah, this is a different team. They're high flying. They can score. They got a pretty good goalie, and they're well coached. So Edmonton does need to pick it up. So
Oilers in
Seth,
5, baby. Oilers in 5. I believe
keeping it
straight up. Ingram's been really good. He's been steady. I feel like in the past, our past runs, you're kind of like, oh, like Skinner, like it's just shaky, right? Like I feel good with Ingram in the pipes. Like I do. He's calm. He's collected. Like he
yeah,
has been there. Like
yeah.
he's been really good in my opinion.
Statistic, yeah. Like I don't think his stats show for what he's played. I mean, that last goal that Cutter Gauthier scored goes off a skate right to Cutter,
Right on his
and
toe, like
yeah.
unlucky.
So Ingram's played to an 855, obviously just not good enough, but it doesn't feel like he's been that bad. So
It's like
yeah,
he's making the saves.
that he
He's
needs
not
to.
making the saves that he should, but like there's been some chances and it's just like, whoa, like I don't know if Stewart
Yeah,
had done that, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah, his
Well,
stats
that's the kind. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think
He's hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't been. He hasn't been doing it in Pittsburgh. So
yeah.
oh
I have the Oilers in 6. I think the Ducks can keep up with them offensively. I can see them winning at least one more game in this series. If the, I know you guys are hoping not, but I definitely see
no,
it happening.
no, yeah, I said it. Smart pick would be Oilers in 6. I'm a complete home show, so I'm gonna go 5. I'll stick to it, but
The Ducks
it's not.
are a great team offensively. A ton
sure.
of talented young players that can put the puck in the net. Oilers, McDavid hasn't been the same player, but they've got their depth
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
they built, and that's been helping them win this or through the series so far. And yeah, I'm sticking with it. I think they'll take it in 6.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, a couple years ago, Oilers, if McDavid's pointless, they're down 2-0, like 100% guarantee. McDavid's pointless, it's 2-0. Dickinson, Kapanen, Savoy, Roslovic, Podkolzin, which was still one of the most wild trades of all time, a 4th-round pick for him.
Thank you.
Yeah, running through the lines quick for Anaheim just to prove that the depth that they do have. Cutter Gauthier, Leo Carlson, Terry is phenomenal. They're all young, all scorers. They have 2 veterans on their second line, Kaloran, who had a 3 or 4 point night yesterday, Mikael Granlund, who was signed from Dallas. He's been good, and Seneca, who's been phenomenal all year. And then the third line, they have McTavish and Poling and Kreider, right? And then their fourth line, what they've been throwing out against McDavid for the bulk of it, which is insane to say. But and a bunch of guys that to be honest with you, wouldn't have been able to name prior to the series. Like I just don't know a lot about them. But they've played it well against McDavid, and clearly Quinville trusts them in that situation, right? So, the most impressive player I'll say so far, I'm not going to say Cutter, but I'll go Jackson Lacombe. 4 points in 2 games, 4 assists. He is really good. I'm still surprised he didn't get any games for Team USA at the Olympics. Like he's really good. Jackson Lacombe's been really impressive.
He's a big boy too. When Hyman tried to hit it, Hyman just bounced off and folded.
The reverse hit was really that was good.
Yeah. I think he's great both sides of the puck as well. He's
offensive and defensive.
Great two-way. The D-man they have going there.
Yeah.
Tommy, what do you got?
I had Oilers in 5. I think I'm going to switch it to Oilers in 7. I didn't really know much about the Ducks until the series, but honestly, they're playing great hockey. They're keeping up with everything, and I mean, when you're at your best, you're tough to beat. I don't think they're playing good enough to beat Edmonton in the series, but but I think that they can definitely take it to a game 7.
Yeah. And I think Anaheim's playing just about as good as they can. I think most people would say, right? Like that's two really good road games for Anaheim.
Very.
Edmonton's first period in the game 1 dominance. I looked over to Seth. I'm like, we could have a sweep on our hands, which was very premature, but they were played really good, right? Like that was a really good start. And then period 2 falls apart. They're down going into the third.
Yeah.
And they rally to win. But game 2, like that was another really good game by Anaheim. And the Oilers were just playing behind the 8 ball. They had Draisaitl score that first one, but other than that, it was just they were trailing most of the game. They would score one to tie it up or get it within 1, and then Anaheim would punch right back. So I've been impressed with Anaheim. Like I said, like we didn't watch. I can't say we watched a ton of Anaheim Ducks hockey in the regular season. We followed them. Obviously, they're in the Pacific, but I've been impressed with them. But I'll stick to it. I think the Oilers find a way to get this done. I just can't see McDavid not doing this for so long. And the Oilers, like I said, a couple of years ago, McDavid's pointless through 2 games. They're down 2-0. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. But they have depth. They just do. I've been really impressed with Jake Wallman.
Yeah. Sure.
He got that extension for like 7-something million for the next like 7 years or whatever it was. And there were times in the regular season, like, I looked at that. I was like, this is just like that contract's going to age not good at all. And he's completely changed. Physical, ripping pucks from the point. He's got, let me confirm, I believe he has I think he has 4 points through 2 games. So he's been really good. Been totally impressed with him. So yeah, they're going to need him to keep playing the way he's playing. Bouchard needs to step it up. That just hasn't been the playoffs he's hoped for. I don't know if he's still pointless. Don't quote me on that, but no more than 1 point if he does. So the Oilers are going to need some of their top guys to step it up, but they're not playing good, and they got a split. It's not the end of the world, and
they know.
They got a big game tomorrow night. So, all right, boys. Anything else you got about the playoffs? Any players you want to kind of give a quick mention to that you've been impressed with? Anything like that?
Not off the top of my head.
And nothing more.
Shout out
Correction,
Russ.
sorry. Yeah, Brian Russ. Correction, yeah, sorry. Wallman has 3 points. He's +2. He's got 3 assists through two games. So, yeah, that's about it. Hey, then, boys, that was good. We'll probably come back to it closer to the end of round 1. We'll kind of discuss where it's at there, and then round 2 will be fun. That'll be a episode that I'm looking forward to. We'll make our predictions for round 2. Talk about how our bracket's looking, but we'll make predictions before all the round 2 series starts. So hope you guys enjoy the games, and we will catch you in the next one. We are the Core 4, and we are out. Peace.